when there are dudes in Speedos running toward you, it might be the only time I can think of that's a good idea to hit the panic meter. if you think about it, though, there's never really a great time to hit the panic meter if you're surrounded by like 47 alligators. It doesn't help to panic. LSU, maybe they have the panic meter. Let's see what the message board people think, the posts about whether they're hitting the panic meter. Here's what a post said. Paying a coach $10 million a year to get blown out after having 8 months to prepare is crazy. Let's see the panic meter. Pat, stop the panic meter where you think LSU should be.
Yeah, I think you're going to go ahead and let that thing bounce back. Not 0 for sure. Right there, probably. Like that. Yeah, right there's good.
Far, right?
Yeah, but I think there's lots of uncertainty here. Now, if you think about Brian Kelly last season, okay, it didn't start out great. We all had the whole family situation. This guy's not going to be able to do it down here, and his head's going to explode one time, and the guys down there in Louisiana are saying, we're not playing for this lunatic of a man. But halfway through the season, it seemed like they got hot.
Beat Alabama.
We go to the SEC championship game.
We like this guy.
We like this guy. Hey, your head can explode wherever you want.
Exactly.
And then this game, this year, he was supposed to be back. He said we're going to go beat the heck out of Florida State. They get the heck beat out of them on national television. I think there's a lot of uncertainties about the culture. What's happening? It's here. It's there. What's next? We don't know.
Okay.
And then, are you panicking?
I'm down.
Not because he's in the shade now.
I'm much better. Thanks to Dez.
Anytime.
I'm down here with LSU.
Really?
Yeah. All right. Good spot. As we continue on the DoorDash dashboard, which has turned into a panic meter the night after LSU got whacked. Clemson went into Wallace Wade Stadium and got spanked. Here's what the Clemson people think. We have lost 4 of our last 7 football games. I think it's fair to question what's going on. The worst reaction I've seen today is the sky isn't falling. Yeah, it is, people. We just lost to Duke. It's not like losing to Duke in baseball. They lost to them in football. Desmond, where's the panic?
You only got half the
panic meter. Okay. That could be the problem there.
You got to stay over here.
I'll do my
somewhere in here. No. Okay, how about right here? No, we got to move.
Go ahead and move it. You know that this is lots of uncertainty past there.
That's good. Watch the game.
Just hold your hand up there if you could.
Okay. A little more this way. There you go. Perfect. So, listen, I don't think you should really panic that much. Now, there was concern. The concern is they could not score in the red zone. They moved the ball very effectively against Duke's defense, but when you turn over the ball, miss field goals, block field goals, and fumble. I think that could have changed the game. Just one of those, a touchdown, a field goal.
Hey, we're back.
There we go. Now we're back. Okay. So I don't think that the panic should be that great right now in Clemson, but, they didn't look great against Duke.
Where are the playmakers?
Yeah. Well,
where the hell are the playmakers?
It's tough to watch. They're a tough team to watch.
Yeah, it was.
They got to get that going.
You know what? Ohio State won.
Oh, their fans are calm.
Didn't really get Marvin Harrison and Emeka Ibuka involved, and some of them might be panicking. Let's see what the post said about the Buckeyes.
What is that?
Look, somebody simple. 8-4 Crabapple Bowl.
Wow.
That means they think they're going to be average to not good. So now
I get this one.
Of course you do.
I was talking to Thamel about this.
Settle them down. Settle them down, Captain.
Well, the fans, the lunatic French. No, I didn't say that. No, that's the fans. The fans. The 15% fans are.
Where are you?
Down there. They're embarrassing to the program. I'm over here.
Zero
over
concern.
Here. Okay. Yeah, for now. I mean, based on the one game. But they think Kyle McCord's terrible because he didn't hit some open receivers. It's like, just chill out.
Won by 20.
They thought C.J. Stroud was terrible because he lost to Oregon. That's just the lunatic fringe there. They're out of their mind.
All right.
I don't watch tape with the same acumen that you guys do, but I went back and watched Kyle McCord. It's not that bad.
No.
He's got some ability. He's going to be fine.
If they run the ball and the offensive line plays well, everything's going to be fine.
Nebraska.
Now,
Matt Rule.
Nebraska, Matt Rule, it was positively Frostian. It was as if Scott Frost had never left. They lost the exact same way. Here's what a Nebraska fan posted. Scrap the entire football program, build a dome over Memorial Stadium, and turn it into a permanent volleyball arena.
That's hilarious.
I did it again.
That is hilarious.
I will say this. We you know what we did? Nebraska figures out ways to lose games better than anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
They play well enough to win, and then they figure out how to lose.
Just quick, though, Matt Rule, 1 win in his first year at Temple, 2 wins in his first year
Crimson Tide take on Steve Sarkisian's team, and we're pleased to be joined by the head coach of the Longhorns. And Sark, I'm pretty sure you're getting welcomed by your former fans here. I'm pretty sure you're the only guy who, as an acting head coach, has led Alabama to a victory over Auburn and then are coming back into the stadium to try to beat them. What do you think it's going to be like walking into the stadium for you tonight?
Well, it's going to be an amazing environment. You know, Bryant-Denny Stadium at night, you know, big-time game. The fans always show up. And so, you know, I've got a lot of great memories from my time there. We won a bunch of games, and winning that national championship the last year was a tremendous experience. So I know they'll be fired up, and it's going to be a great environment for football.
Hey, Sark, we talked earlier this week about how you guys didn't just kind of ease your way in, and I know that's your culture, just jumping right in and being aggressive. It's one thing to do it in Austin. What's your philosophy when you go on the road, you deal with this, you deal with potential adversity, how you approach this game when you talk to your players about how you're going to step in early and get after Bama?
Well, I think a couple things is, one, we got to make sure that our energy, our juice is right. But we got to make sure that we don't become emotional, because when that happens, we start making poor choices and decisions. So we want to be aggressive. We know this is going to be a physical ball game. We want to attack them in all three phases. You have to. And when you can do that and you can execute, you give yourself a chance to play a four-quarter football game against them. But that has to start from the opening kick. You know, we can't wait and we can't throw jabs. We've got to go into this game, and we got to try to step in the middle of the ring and start throwing haymakers.
Coach, they haven't stopped booing since your face has popped up on this screen out here. It is, I mean, it's going to be an awesome environment.
Together. I don't understand.
Exactly.
They don't care.
Exactly.
Coach, they don't care. I mean, it's a shame, obviously. They'll celebrate you down the road sometime. Just not today, obviously. But the environment, you talk about it being crazy. What makes you believe that your team is going to be able to handle it? Can you feel your culture now settling in your third year as head coach of Texas?
I think one of the keys for us, you know, we've got some real good veterans on this team who've been with us now for 3 years that have really embody our culture. We've got a really good influx of young, hungry players that this is why they chose to come to the University of Texas to play in this environment. And I think the key for us, you know, we respect the University of Alabama. You know, as you guys know how I feel about Coach Saban, the job that he's done there, their players. But the key to the drill is we don't fear them, and we can't fear anybody. We respect all, we fear none, and that's the mindset going into the ball game.
Sark, earlier in the show, I said this entire series has been defined by what-if moments. So I'd ask you, what if Texas beats Alabama tonight? What does that mean for your program?
I think at the end of the day, you know, this game is a really good benchmark for us. You know, we've put in a lot of work. The coaching staff, the administration, the players in the program have put in a lot of work to build this roster, to get our culture to where we want it to be. Now we're in year 3. I thought last year's game was a really good benchmark of how far we've come. We still obviously had more work to do. And so tonight's going to serve as a good benchmark. You know, and I applaud the universities for playing this game early in the season when so many teams are not playing these primetime games like this. At the end of the day, we're going to have to get back to the drawing board, win, lose, or draw, whatever happens. You know, our quest is to go win a Big 12 championship. But this is going to serve as a really good benchmark for us of where we're at as a program, where we're sufficient of what we're doing.
Last week, we watched a video of Dion talking to his team. And he said, "Do you believe in you?" Yeah. And everybody in the locker room said, "Yes, sir." And then you hear Travis Hunter, who just had 146 snaps, 100 yards receiving, touchdown, a pick, 2 drop touchdowns, 2 drop picks. He's probably looking at those as ways that he can escalate. Right. And he said, "What is you? Great job with that, by the way." So what are the expectations now? And he's dominate. Like, that's how they feel. Yeah. They're going in Nebraska. I know it's a new conversation, but with Shedeur, and he has a never-be-satisfied mindset because Tom Brady is his mentor when it comes to being cerebral and competitive. I love that team, and I love the way they've handled this success. They're not scared of it. They're doing interviews. Mm-hmm. Cameras are all around. Yeah. But it feels like they're mature enough to handle it at this early stage, which is phenomenal.
It is, and especially this early. I think what a lot of people get caught up in with Prime is his flamboyant personality, his reputation as a player, and what they're missing is how old school he is as a coach. how well coached his football team is. It's a disciplined team. So that's where you have to start when you watch him. And Sean Lewis, the offensive coordinator, former head coach at Kent State, man, his scheme, he really spreads out this defense, and Nebraska's going to have to hold up one-on-one. And if you take away Travis Hunter, we saw last week, there's others that can make you pay for that. Someone's got to hold up against one-on-one coverage, and that's going to be the challenge for Nebraska. Now, Nebraska defensively is better than what they faced last week against TCU. So we'll see what happens.